This week in world history, we studied the rise of Islam to the founding of the Islamic Empire. Class, this week we started studying the rise of Islam. Basically, what you need to know is that in Arabia, there was a desert culture. In the desert culture, people lived in tribes. Tribes are groups of families. They're connected together as a unit. In that unit, there's strength. That strength was needed to protect their own lives. Water was the most important thing, so they protected the oasis. Bedouins were the desert people who traveled from oasis to oasis. Remember, water in the desert is scarce. It's into this desert culture that Muhammad is born. A Bedouin is living in the desert. It's hot. They need a scarf like this to protect themselves from the sun's heat. In 622, Muhammad and his followers leave Mecca, the holy city, and they go to a city called Yathrib. That's the year 1 in the Islamic calendar, 622. Then in Yathrib, they change the name to Medina. That means city of the prophet. And then Islam is started. The holy book is the Quran. It's written teachings. It teaches people to honor their parents, show kindness to their neighbors, and give generously to the poor. Murder, lying, and stealing are forbidden.
And then the Umayyad caliphs expand the empire from 661 to 750. The Umayyad capital was in Damascus. Yeah, just in Damascus. That's in Syria. Yeah. Okay, and then there was Muslims in Spain. Yeah, Spain. That's known as España in Spanish. Yeah. Okay. Later, the Abbasids take over and move the capital to Baghdad. The Abbasids take over in 750. We have a guest speaker to tell you about the Abbasids.
Yes, thank you. The Abbasids.
Huh? I thought it was Abbasids.
No, it's Abbasids ruled.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. So the Abbasids took over in 750, and they felt that the Umayyads were getting away from the religion, that they weren't religious enough.
That's interesting.
Okay, so they ruled and they moved their capital to Baghdad.
Baghdad, that's where the war is now, man.
Okay, they ruled in Baghdad. They ruled until the Seljuk Turks took power, but let the Abbasid caliphs rule until 1258, when the Mongols took over. Yeah, and then the Mongols took over for a while until in the 1200s the Ottoman Turks took over. Yeah, Ottoman Turks. The Ottomans, they seized control of the empire, where was it? Oh yeah, in Turkey, yeah, and they took over in about 1453. They take over Constantinople, yeah. And that's when the great leader Suleiman I ruled in the 1500s. The great Suleiman was a great ruler in the Ottoman Empire. Today's irony section is brought to you by the Mongol Empire. The Mongols were the fierce nomadic tribes from the Mongolian plains, and they attacked and they ransacked Baghdad in 1258. In 1258, then, people thought it was devastating to the Islamic Empire, but ironically, it wasn't. the superior culture of the Islamic Empire took over the Mongols themselves. The Mongols converted to Islam and then created combined the huge Mongol Empire with the benefits of the Islamic culture and created a huge Mongol Islamic Empire.
So the Mongols went from building towers of human heads to building towers respecting Allah.
I think that's really ironic. That's ironic. So do I. I think it's even more ironic than you.
In today's Too Cute section, we have a writing implement that reflects the holiday spirit. Look at this pen. It's just too cute. And you know what? It lights up too.